All right, back we are, guys. So right into the action here. Here's your Bitcoin chart. We've seen Bitcoin have this beautiful move up, right basically back to what we would consider to be a double top, all right? So again, let's take a look right here as we go through and look at the technical level. So first off, as a technician, and right, you have to understand, so I'm neither short nor long Bitcoin right now, but honestly, I did put out a short last night above 50,000 in case it would trigger. It did not trigger. But I just want to give you guys a heads up that you still have to respect this candle right here. That's a topping tail candle. Until the daily closes above that, that is not negated. That is the dominant force in the charts. So even with this great move up, technically speaking, this is still the dominant force in the chart. All right, now, again, one of the things to keep in mind here is that even with that, you still have to flip over to your weekly chart. And so you have a daily topping tail, but you also have a weekly topping tail. So again, this now becomes a key thing to look at on the weekly, which is basically that as long as you don't get a weekly close above that, that then is the dominant force as well on the weekly. So for me, when you talk about, okay, well, why did Gareth put out a short potentially above 50,000? And by the way, as price changes, if we consolidate here, then I'll cancel that out. Right now, I still have it live in the market. But again, if it does, if it kind of stays here for a couple days, I'll probably cancel it. But the idea being is that you have to look at the weekly close, which isn't until, obviously, basically a week from now to see if that's negated. All right, so I'll be watching that very closely. I'm a firm believer that what we're seeing in crypto right now is essentially a liquidity pump. So you have massive amounts. And again, this is so weird for people to understand, but if you look at M2 money supply is now starting to slightly incline, which again is more liquidity in the system. It creates risk on. You also have credit card debt, all these other debt forms that aren't included in M2 money supply. They're continuing to pop up, and that's creating a scenario where, again, it's risk on in the stock market, and that's now carrying into crypto in this latest move.